All right. I wonder. Ooh, my mic is a lot louder. Good. I can definitely hear myself now. It's still not 100% great, but the audio is definitely better. So let me show my face now. I gotta stop putting that thing so low. Hello, people of Twitch. Let me get rid of this. Well, I don't know if anyone's here at the moment. What's up, Jay? Welcome in. How you doing today? I'm a little disorganized, not gonna lie. Which is like, it's insane that I'm disorganized because I wanted to stream yesterday and that didn't happen. And here I am now streaming. You'd think I would have been organized in that time, but no. But I hope you're doing well today. I saw that you had you went to like a local VGC thing by you. I know it didn't go as that great. Artie, awesome. Redeem, hydrate or dihydrate. Thank you, Artie. Welcome in. Thank you for the hydrate or dihydrate. Give Shinelet, thank you. Can't stay for long as you're exhausted. I'm going to... Yeah, no worries. No worries at all. Yeah, it's late by you, right? It's almost like... I don't know if you're 5 or 6 hours at this point because daylight savings stuff messes me up with time zones. But it's somewhere around 10, 11, I think. Oh, it's only 9:15. Oh, so 5. Okay, 5 hours. So it's like 9. So, okay, so... I mean, still. If you're tired, you're tired. So yeah, I wanted to stream yesterday, and then I didn't, so I was like, well, I should at least wash my hair. And then I didn't wash my hair last night, so I had to do it this morning, except I slept in a lot later than I wanted to this morning. So. But glad you could drop by and say hi. I appreciate that. And I hope you have a good night's rest. I'm not going to stream super long today because I have to... It's only 1:17. All right, West Coast. All right, West Coast. Well, it's 4:17 here. I have to catch a bunch of Budu in Shining Pearl for Big Ukenna is doing a Wonder Trade event for people to fill out their BDSP dexes to help them get shiny Manaphy in home. And so a bunch of us have claimed Amon, and I claimed Budu because apparently you don't need the Ralts line at all for your home dex for BDSP stuff to claim the shiny Manaphy. So unfortunately, there's no reason for me to catch a bunch of Ralts and Wonder Trade them out for that event specifically. I mean, I could just do that on my own time. But for the event, I'm using Budu. So I wanted to still stream because I can't stream next weekend. But I do need to go catch a bunch of Budu. But I had to last night get to the point that I have Fly in Shining Pearl. So I finally have Fly, and I finally have the Versus Seeker, so I can buy a bunch of Pokeballs as well. But we're just gonna do some Fiona. We're gonna do some Fiona and Darkrai. Keep it simple for the most part. But I hope everyone's having a good day, or good evening, or afternoon, whatever time of day it is where you are. This day has completely gotten away from me. We're gonna start with the Fiona and making sure the sandwich is going and the counter is going, because that's the one that gives us the most issues. For anyone who is not subscribed, we will have an ad running in about a minute and 40. So, while we get started here. We probably won't find the shiny immediately during that ad break. But I do have to run these ads to keep pre-roll ads off my stream so that the second you come into stream, you aren't bombarded. You instead will know because they will be timed. They will have specific intervals during my stream. But since this is all still pretty new to me, you know, I'll figure out what works best for this stream, and for me, and for you guys as well. If we want to switch that to more ads, but on a less regular basis. And of course, if you don't want ads at all, you can always hit that subscribe button. You can also, if you are a Amazon Prime member and have not used your free Prime subscription here on Twitch.com to get a month of a free sub to your favorite. Yuke! Oh my god! Thank you! Oh, my alerts are still borked, I think. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think my alerts are still borked. I have to figure that out. Oh, no, there we go. Yay, hi, welcome in! How you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. I was just telling everyone about the Wonder Trade event, and that after this I have to go catch a bunch of Bedu because I wanted to get Fly in Shining Pearl last night so I can actually go back and catch more of them because I don't even have a box yet, like a box full. So, welcome on in. So I'm just making sure that my Fiona counter works, and then I'll also get Darkrai started. Yeah, I hope things are well. Alright, let's see if this actually works this time. Okay, cool, it worked. Alright, let's get to Darkrai. So this is where I'm gonna struggle because of the ADHD, because there's just so much happening at once. But thank you, I really do appreciate that. That is major. I only just recently hit affiliate a week ago. So it's like, it blows my mind that I'm like, people want to be here. Yeah, it took a long time. But I'm finally here and it feels really good. So thank you, I appreciate that, really. Now, why are you not self-resetting? Come on. You're embarrassing me in front of all these people. Alright. You're just not going to self-reset. Even with the rubber bands. Hello? There we go. Rubber bands are ops. Sometimes, I mean, for the most part, they work really well for me, but sometimes they just like slip and then they sabotage. They just sabotage everything. And it's like, who are you to sabotage me? You're a rubber band. Using hair bands on your DSs? One wrong move and they plunge. Yeah, so oh, you know what? I should probably save to get rid of the journal. I tried hairbands, and I'm afraid of them actually just completely crushing this thing. Uh-oh, did it go up? How many did it go up? One too many. That's another thing about the auto counter I don't like, is if I linger too long on one of this on the Fiona hatch screen, it starts counting it more than once. But yeah, hairbands, I'm afraid of them like breaking my 3DS. Which is insane, but given my track record with technology, even like simple things like just opening things up to clean them, like the simple like opening it up to clean it, I will break it. That's how I broke my new 2DS XL. I unseated a cable that apparently was not supposed to be unseated. And so it just stopped working. Which the instruction video did not say, do not unseat this cable. It actually told you to unseat it. So that's the wild part. I wonder if Eric's here, because I did give it to him when he was visiting, because he went and then gave it to his friends to see if they could do something about it, even though I haven't used it in who knows how long now. Waiting? Wait, Whitey, Liam, welcome in. What are you waiting for? The Fiona? The Darkrai? I mean, I've been waiting for the Fiona for a while. The Darkrai is... I haven't been hunting it that long. No, just me right now. You're waiting for yourself? Doing what? You're just waiting. I see. Okay. All right then. Well, I hope you're having fun. Oh, it's me. I'm walking in. I'm not gonna lie, I'm thoroughly confused by whatever's happening right now. But there is a lot going on, because I also am attempting to do the event in A3 that's going on. That's also another screen. I don't know how people do this. I really don't. I can never do this full time. I don't know. There's no way. There's just so much happening. Like, I'm already... Like, what do I do with my hands? I'm also, like... Like, I have the wrong type of ADHD. I have the ADHD that's just like, you focus on one thing for like 4 hours and then you forget about time. That's the ADHD I have. I think I have 5 boxes of the Fiona today. 5 boxes of eggs, maybe more. I don't remember. I was not paying attention. I hope it shines before then. I hope we don't need all of those. I'll hatch all of them anyway in case there's another, but... Wait, that should have been 5. Yes. I can count. I know I said I didn't go to school for math, but they still made me take math in school. also since I did play around with my mic settings and somewhat figure things out, I also adjusted. You're still jealous of the alpha Snorlax? I'm shocked that it actually happened. I was so used to just none of those alphas being shiny. And I like jokingly was like, Snorlax! And then it just was. You're sad you missed it? You know, I wasn't even like I was... Well, the intention was to always stream on Wednesday. You're doing Alpha Week? I am. I was being sabotaged by my parents. That's what. So I thought I was supposed to see a play with them this weekend. It turns out it's next weekend, but hopefully I'll be able to stream a little Sunday night and then a little during the week. But I started on stream after we found the Snorlax. Yeah, because I texted my mom, because I was at the hair salon last weekend, and I needed to figure out when to get my bang trim, because my bangs weren't ready to be trimmed then, but they're ready to be trimmed Monday. But I didn't want to schedule it like when I was going to visit them. But I couldn't remember what day we were going. And my mom said we were going this weekend. And then she texted me, I don't know, sometime in the middle of this week and was like, actually, it's next weekend. I was like, great. Which is fine because I'm going on Monday, so it doesn't even matter. And I've already lost my train of thought. But yeah, what the hell was I saying? See, that's the other ADHD thing. I get 4 stories deep sometimes, and I'm like, I don't even remember what the hell I was saying. Sometimes. No, more like all the time. I've missed a bunch of streams this week because I've been sleeping. Well, yeah, because you've been staying up until ass o'clock in the morning. I don't know how you do it. She says that she's been going to bed at 2 a.m. then has to wake up at 7:30 to clock in at 8:30 for work. I don't know how I've been doing it either. I've only been feeling sick every day. That's how. I'm surprised I haven't gotten sick. No, sleep is good. That's our goat for real. For real. So my plans to stream next weekend are kind of borked. That's fine. Maybe Sunday night after I get back. But when I streamed on Wednesday, after I found the Snorlax, I moved on to the Mirelands and started learning that route. Because I'd only learned the field lands. Because I'd been hunting that like on and off for a couple months, so I like had it memorized at that point. But now I have to get used to the Mirelands. And I know I have at least one appointment after work during the week. Yeah. Man, I wish I like could actually gather the energy after work some days to just get on here and stream. But sometimes I'm like 8:30 to 4:30 and then errands. Like, I don't know how other people do it. I don't know how other people do it. People like, it gives me life to like come home from work and then I get to stream and I'm like, I'm exhausted to then have to like then put on more airs. I don't even have to put on airs. I work from home. But then to like have to expend more energy to be like, hey, I slept 5 hours and now I'm gonna yap some more. Even though I'm just playing video games. And I'm not even doing extensive work in these video games. Working from home is so draining. You know, it wasn't at first. It was actually really good for me at first. But I think as we've gotten farther and farther away from like the original lockdowns, it just has completely depleted my stamina just overall. And I'm also, I'm also older now. And I did get COVID a few years ago, which I have been saying, like, I have had a lot of health problems since I've gotten COVID, and I think it's because of COVID that it really fucked up my immune system after I had it. I have been sitting here walking around with eggs. No, for real. Yeah. Like, a lot of the reason I like ended up not streaming yesterday is because I have like a problem with my neck and my upper back that actually like it's nerve straining that I haven't been able to like really figure out what adjustments I need to make because it feels like every time I do, it just gets worse. So like, um, yeah, it can be hard to just sit all day doing that at a desk. And when you work a desk job, it doesn't help. But like, reading about how, COVID could also like affect you, like, like become like a neuropathy kind of thing. And I was like, oh my God, that's like what happened to my grandpa before he passed away. And I was like, this can't be happening to me too, because my friends who, pop into chat occasionally, when I first, befriended them after I picked up Pokemon Scarlet and Violet after I graduated beauty school, I like first like off the bat was already having hand issues thanks to the fucking Arceus battle in PLA, which then like proceeded to like never get better after that, even after physical therapy. Um, so it's like I really think part of it is that, and it just felt like even with the exercising, even with the, making sure I check my posture and do all the stretches and, you know, desk riser and all that stuff, it was like, yeah, this is not working. This is not doing everything. Yeah, so COVID for real. I don't think people truly understand just how much it can fuck you up, even if you're young and seemingly healthy or healthy enough. Yeah, so like my battery is just drained at the end of the day, even if I haven't done anything. But there's also like this social aspect too, like my social battery has like just also drained. Even if I'm not like again, work from home, don't really talk to many people throughout the day. But it's like I don't know what it is. But like if I go to hang out with my friends or something, I'm like, okay, I am exhausted. Like I need like a week to recover just from this hangout. We were aware, but capitalism got a capitalism and forcefully shut down the spreading of the research papers that prove the damage it does. I mean, less at least for a personal level, like when I would tell people like I think this is happening to me because of how COVID affects my immune system and the rest of my body. I think that was part of it, and I don't think people were taking me very seriously. And it always went back to the same thing I've been hearing since I was a kid. Well, you need to lose weight. Well, then guess what? I lost 100 pounds, and guess what? It was still an issue. And I was like, I think maybe you should start actually, I don't know, taking things seriously. So, yeah. Who'da thunk? Maybe, just maybe, if we looked at some of the problems for what they were, maybe we could have found something a little sooner. everyone immediately started parroting that it's just a flu rhetoric. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I felt not fell. What did I go up on again? I was one of those people because the way the people were talking about it, it just came off as very xenophobic, right? And I didn't want people to fall into that. That was also my mistake. Like in an attempt to stop racism, I ended up trying to stop people from like actually learning about. I don't know. I was trying to do what I thought was the right thing, and it ended up being the wrong thing. But you know, testament that people can always learn to do better. I mean, some people do get sick. I used to get very sick in the summer as a kid. I would always get this really high fever that lasted like a week towards the end of the school year. And it would like, it would make things miserable because especially in high school, it would always happen like just before like final projects were due or when we would actually have finals. It was pretty bad. So it's not impossible. Or like, sounds like hay fever. I don't know. We don't know. Well, the first time it happened, we do know what it was because it was swine flu the first time. And that was very early into that pandemic. But then from there on out, it was like, okay, now we don't know what it is because it's just fever. It's just random sickness you are having. It stopped after a certain point. It wasn't stress related. Because if anything, having it and then having to come back from it, like, caused me even more stress. So it would be less stress to have had it. To have not had it, I should say. Yeah, so I don't know. And then during my working life now as an adult, some of my conferences and meeting stuff like that happens during the summer, so it's just like typical like travel / con plague. Although I haven't really been traveling much because I haven't wanted to / they haven't needed me, which I'm fine with. Yeah, no. So I still take it seriously. Sorry, I'm on my wire for my controller. There we go. So yeah, I still take it seriously. I still go get my booster every 6 months. I still mask up. Yeah, sorry I got like really serious. I don't normally get super serious about things. Well, I remember the original point now. The original point I wanted to make was because of lockdowns. That's actually kind of how I came to like the realization that I probably am on the spectrum. Because I was having a tough time with like other people at work. I've been sitting here with hatched eggs. With other people at work. And it was making things hard for my actual job. And the lockdown's forcing everyone to be at home and me finally getting to like getting away from people. Like my manager at the time, she noted she's like, you are doing like so much better. Like you like there's such a change in you and it's like I was like, really? And like I'd always kind of suspected it as soon as I was like diagnosed with ADHD and then saw that there had been like a lot of research happening about like the way they can be very comorbid and um now especially now that there's research being done into ADHD actually being a potential part of the spectrum. Like I always kind of suspected that maybe it's not just ADHD, that it might be more. Um, but that was like the first time I was like, yeah, huh, interesting. And as I continued to get good feedback about that, I was like, it's unfortunate the timing because masking because of COVID and masking because of autism, that meaning different things. But like it's because I didn't have to mask anymore and I wasn't as tired at the time now. Like I could actually like concentrate and get my work done and not feel like I had to like be this person and like be this kind of like just example of like what's the word I'm looking for? Not that I didn't have to be normal now, but I didn't feel like I had to like put up with all this social bullshit for people who were still acting like we were in high school and it's like we are in our mid to late 20s, 30s. I don't know why this is happening. We're in an office. Like what's going on? It was weird. I don't want to go into it. I mean someday I will because it's just actually it's stupid and like and funny, but like right now I'm like I'm too many stories in. I'm too many stories and I can't get distracted. Um, long story short, a lot of those people don't work here anymore, but I still work here. All right, how are we on time? All right. I think we could do this in 2 minutes and 40 seconds and then we'll pop another sandwich. Anyway, how you doing, Whitey? I know you've been sleeping a lot, but up to anything else fun? Built a storage container earlier. Been rotting since I got home. I mean, that can be fun. What kind of storage container? That's the question. I thought about playing through the rest of Colors on stream too instead of shiny hunting today. He's rot maxing. I wish I could do that, but like when I am in bed for too long, I start to feel gross. Like I just start to feel like I'm like, no, I can't lay in my bed anymore. No, get me out of here. 4x2 meter flat pack metal one. Pretty much looks like a shipping container. Oh, okay. You get a headache, your body fights against it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like my body is just like, no, we can't be laying down on this specific mattress anymore. We have to like get up because our joints are gonna just they're just going to not. God, I feel like I'm so ancient. I really do. I blame my parents. My mom was just like, "You should get tested for arthritis because we're genetically predisposed for early onset arthritis." And I was like, "Gee, thanks. Thanks. I would have liked to known that sooner." Um, so that could also be it. Who knows? I got a whole wealth of health issues going on. You had the exact conversation with your mom last night. I'm so sorry. It sucks. It sucks. Um, like I don't know how to tell people. I like 31 is not that old. It's just like my knees, my joints have always crackled like since high school. Like that's not like this is nothing new. Thanks, big man. Thanks for the subscribe. Um, yeah. We have an ad starting in about 1 minute for anyone who is not subscribed. Stick around. I don't think we'll find the shiny because I don't know what's up with Fiona. Just doesn't want to shine. I have to make a new sandwich anyway. Yeah, I hit affiliate on Sunday. Right, you've missed everything. Yeah, finally. It's been what, 7, 8 months? When did I start? June? Yeah, because I started for Safari Week? No. No, because so my friends and we did this like Burmy Mormidam race in PLA. Like I think that was my first stream. I don't even remember at this point. We're not going to count the streams that I did in 2016. Those don't count. um, yeah, the Great Burmy Wormadam hunt. That was a lot of fun. I didn't find any shiny Burmy or Wormadam, but I did that flying Gyarados in the Fieldlands. That was shiny for me. That was cool. Still hunting to this day a female Burmy or Wormadam for my decks. That's on the bingo board. Like I want us to do stuff like that again. That was so much fun. I did find a shiny Burmy. I found a male one. Off stream. And I also wasn't recording, which sucked. Also, aren't we supposed to do a Raid General after dark? We're supposed to do our, like, showdown tournament, right? Because Eric built a team for me. And then I just haven't, like, we haven't done anything since. I guess when the new Legends game comes out, everyone will be excited. Yeah, that too. I know that a lot of, like, people have been burnt out on Pokemon. I was there, like, I was for a little bit too, and that's why I had to, like, take my detour and just play it, like, every single Sonic game. Which I needed. I absolutely needed, for first of all. But I also, like, I've been enjoying, like, playing the older games, too. Like, I had a lot of fun playing through Platinum. despite, despite, what did Yeetus call it? Lucario? No, he didn't call it Lucario Gate. Riley's Lucario knocked out a shiny Graveler, but there was no scenario in which I would have been able to catch it anyway. So, like, it came up on screen and I was like, there's no way. Because I don't outspeed the Lucario, because I was leading with my Roselia, which was underleveled. Don't outspeed it, and even if I did, I don't knock the Lucario out. And even if I do, I don't have a way to stop the self-destruct that Graveler has. So. Despite that, I still had a lot of fun with Platinum. It did suck that 10 minutes after I beat that we got the shiny Manaphy and Namarus announcement, and I was like, I just beat Platinum. Come on, now I gotta buy Shining Pearl. Like, I was trying to delay me having to buy Shining Pearl. Even though I did have to buy it eventually to hunt Arceus. But like, I had fun playing through White last fall. Like, that was a lot of fun. I still need to get through Soul Silver. I still have never... Like, I have to beat my Kanto Curse, guys. I have to, like, let me get through Let's Go Pikachu. Like, I gotta do that. I gotta get through Soul Silver. I gotta, like, there's gotta be a point at which I beat a game where you are in Kanto at any point during the game, because I haven't ever in my life. I don't think I've explained the Kanto Curse on stream before. So, way back in the day when Pokemania first started, I was a wee lass of 5 years old. And I had Pokemon Red for the Game Boy Color. I still have my Game Boy Color. It's somewhere over back there. Except because I just was, you know, in kindergarten. And I had an older brother who I liked to spite quite often. I don't know why I just was so spiteful towards him. So, like, all the time. I never finished Pokemon Red. And I think part of it's just because at some point my Charmander, and maybe it was a Charmeleon at this point, just stopped obeying me, and I didn't like that. And there's no way there's no way it was my Charmander that could have, like, it wouldn't have stopped obeying me if it had been, like, I had been the original trainer. So the only thing I can think of is that it was a result of what we used to do as kids, is we would elect one of us to be the person who has to restart their game over and over again at the beginning. So that we could, all three of us could have all the starters when we started our games. And, you know, being the middle and being the only girl, I often had to, you know, do those things against my will. And instead of listening to my brother, who probably advised me to wait until last to choose Charmander so that it would obey me no matter what, I said, no, I want to choose Charmander first, traded it away so that we could, you know, we could do the exchanges eventually, and then he could give me back all the other starters that I still needed. And then I started with, like, when I actually started my playthrough, it was either Squirtle or Bulbasaur. And then my Charmander didn't obey me. And that was disheartening as a 5-year-old. I never played that game again. I didn't get gold, silver, crystal. I know my younger brother had gold. And I would watch him play it on occasion, but I didn't play through didn't play through those. I played through Ruby. Ruby was my favorite. And then let's see, we got Diamond and Pearl the year they came out. I think we got those for Hanukkah. Didn't really get far in those. I remember I got distracted doing a lot of stuff in the underground, and then I think I just didn't get very far in the game after that. And then I didn't touch Pokemon again until 2014. Actually, no, that's a lie. I went in college, my freshman year. I got used copies of Pokemon White and Pokemon Soul Silver. And I started playing through Soul Silver and then got distracted by the roamers. I was like, let me go catch the roamers. And then didn't finish the game because I was like struggling to catch these roamers. Big mistake. That was like summer 2013. And then 2014, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out. And I was like, of course I have to. Of course I have to. Ruby was my favorite. So I played through Omega Ruby, like devoured it. I remember like getting back from class and like being in my dorm and being like just for hours, like on my 3DS. And then when I was that takes me to senior year of college. So we are now in February 2016. Pokemon is announcing like all of the things because it's their 20th anniversary, and I am eating it up because I'm like, now I'm back into Pokemon. So I picked up Y, played through it. I started playing Pokemon Red on an emulator on my laptop, and I would play it in the back of my international marketing class because I had senioritis real bad, but also that class was a joke. I got an A, so don't worry about me. I didn't finish it because then they came out with the Virtual Console stuff for the 3DS, and I was like, cool, got that for the Virtual Console. I didn't actually start it until I don't even know when. But I'm talking about the Kanto Curse, right? So I'll just briefly say I was so excited for Sun and Moon. I got Sun. It came launch day. I played for a little, like, I don't know, 2 hours after work. And then I put the game down and then didn't pick it up again until 2019. I have a roller coaster history with Pokemon. But during that time, I actually did at some points like pick up shiny hunting again. Like I would go into Y and do some chain fishing or do like horde hunts. And I remember I actually did start Pokemon Red on the Virtual Console for 3DS. And I got as far as Blaine's Gym, which is the farthest I have ever gotten. And then I was coming home from a bachelorette party on the plane home from Cancun with my friends. And I was shiny hunting. That was my 3DS that was capture carded. My original 3DS that was capture carded. I don't know what happened. If it fell out of my backpack, if I put it in the front pocket of my seat. I don't know what happened. I got home and it was not in my backpack. It was not in my suitcase. It was nowhere. So, gone. Don't girl me. Don't girl me. I was literally sobbing, breaking down. I literally, like, I wrote emails to Newark Airport. I wrote emails to, I don't remember what airline I flew home on. whatever airline we flew home on, I had emails to them. Like put in reports with the Lyft that I took home, and they were nasty about it because they were like, we contract these people. We don't have any contact with them. I was like, that's weird that you don't have contact with the people you contract. That's really weird. So like it just gone. So yeah. And then at some point after that, no, that was 2019. So I had to have already have bought my Switch at that point. At some point, I got my Switch then, because I have the Let's Go Pikachu Eevee Switch, because I got Let's Go Pikachu. I don't remember how far I got. I think I remember battling Sabrina. I don't remember if I beat her or if I was just like struggling the entire time. That's why my Switch was firmly tucked away in my carry-on coming back from New York City. Yeah, so I'm a lot better about it now. Well, first of all, I haven't been on a lot of flights since then because that year, 2019, I traveled a lot. And then, like, at the end of 2019, I was like, 2020, I want to take it easy. I don't want to travel a lot. And the universe said, don't worry, girl, we got you. They were like, we heard you, girl. Because I was traveling a lot for work, and then my friend was getting married March of 2020. So, like, for her bachelorette party, we traveled, and then it was like, yeah, it was a lot. Nearly lost your 2DS with all of your games in 2017, so that spooked me into playing. Yeah. So like I keep things very. I'm attentive now for sure, but I haven't like been on a lot of flights since, to be quite honest. And when I have been, I haven't taken. Either I don't take my consoles with me, or like I don't take them out of my bag. I'm trying to think, like, where have I flown since then? Let's see, 20. I think the only vacation I've gone on that we've like flown anywhere. 2023, big family vacation around the Mediterranean. I did bring my Switch with me, but I don't think I played at all on either of the flights because at least flying to Italy, there was an attempt to sleep. Did not go well, but I definitely didn't try to play anything. And then on the flight home, I watched 3 movies, so no. I didn't try to play anything on my Switch. And they were all in Japanese, so like I couldn't play anything because I had to watch the screen and pay attention to subtitles. So yeah, and then I went to Pittsburgh last summer, and that flight is an hour long, so I didn't even have time if I wanted to like actually do anything. So no. Yeah, and then all the other times I've traveled since then have been like I have actually taken the train. Because I visited like a friend of mine, she lives in DC, so I take the train down to DC to visit her. Or like, yeah, I haven't done a whole lot of traveling since. Because then 2022, yeah, most of 2022 I was in beauty school, so I could not travel. I was working full time, and then 4 nights a week I was at school. So like I did not have time. Yeah, so. Oh no, 2021 we went to Miami for my friend's bachelorette party. But like I did not have time to do anything on that. I'm pretty sure I just listened to like music on my phone for that flight. But yeah, I'm on it now because I just remember crying on the phone to my mom, which one of those things in retrospect, that was an autistic meltdown. And she just she was not getting it. She was like, I don't understand why you're so upset about this. Like, well, well, Susan, I put a lot of time and hours into these things. I don't know. That thing only cost me, I don't know, it's like $300 just the console alone. Because that was cat carded. No more, because like, how much was it, like, a original 3DS back in the day? Like, new. So, like, yeah. Anyway. Because then it's like, all my shiny Pokemon too. Like, not all of them. No, not all of them. Before the discount, like, $250. So, at least $350, almost $400. Like, and before, like, and that was before I had a job. I was still in college then. Or, like, fresh out of college, too. So, like, that was nothing to, like, for me, nothing to snuff at. Like, not when this happened, not when I lost it, but, like, the money that I put into that. So, like, yes, that alone, just the cost alone was enough to make me break down and cry, let alone the memories I had attached to it. Because I remembered I would also shiny hunt, because I started shiny hunting. I found out about shiny hunting during all the 20th anniversary stuff. Like, I had no idea about anything. I found out about that. Did I end up going? End up going where? Sorry, someone just texted me. Did I end up going? Where did I end up going? Okay, so yeah, the first time I didn't know about shiny hunting, like, at all until, like, 2016. The first time I'd ever seen a shiny, not counting the red Gyarados, because everyone knows about the red Gyarados, I was just playing around with my copy of Ruby, not as a kid. Like, I picked both as a kid, but, like, this was after, like, I originally played it, and it was the summer before I went to high school. And I just decided to be like, oh, I wonder what's going on in my game, as if anything changed. As if any, like, you know, something was happening in the game without me being there. And I cast my rod off the coast of Slateport. And I fished up this Magikarp that was not red, but it was gold, and it sparkled at me, and I was like, what the hell just happened? I'd never seen that before. I was like, is this a glitch? And then I was like, no, that looked intentional. I don't know what's going on, but I caught it. I was like, I think I should catch this. And then I went to my older brother, and I was like, I just caught this thing, this Magikarp, and it looks weird, and it, like, sparkled. And he's like, oh yeah, it's a shiny Pokemon. And I was like, wait, what? And he was like, yeah, so, like, it's a special kind of Pokemon. And he, like, told me about it, and I was like, that's so cool. And he's like, well, you can't transfer it up. Like, he's like, you can't evolve it now, and you can't transfer it up now. And I was like, what are you talking about? Because Heart Gold and Soul Silver had just been announced, I think, at this point. They hadn't come out yet, because they didn't come out until the next year. But they'd just been announced. And he's like, well, because the new Pokemon games are remakes of Johto. And there's the red Gyarados is in those games. So no one's going to believe you if you transferred it up that was from Ruby and Sapphire. Which isn't true, by the way. It says where it comes from. So even if I had played through my copy of Pearl to transfer it up, and then moved it over, into a copy of Heart Gold or Soul Silver, it wouldn't have said it was from the Lake of Rage. But whatever. I didn't listen. I was still at 14, still in spite mode of him. And evolved it because it's a red Gyarados now. And it's in my copy of white now. We are one number over somehow. Because I lingered, I'm sure. So I evolved it anyway. And then by the time I actually played through the games, it doesn't matter because it says where they come from. So what did he know? But I didn't like think anything about that. Like, even though the internet was like my home at that point. I didn't think like, oh, I wonder if other people, you know, have found these things. I never thought to look into that because I didn't have any intention of playing after that day. And then as I'm going through my senior year of college, I'm on Victory Road. I'm just making my way through and I find myself a beautiful shiny Pupitar, which gorgeous, purple, perfect. I was like, this is, it's like they knew it was going to be me here because I love the color purple. Actually, how are we on time? Okay, cool. And I was like, this is now the second time I've run into one of these things. This time I was like, I wonder if other people like have run into these things. And then lo and behold, I find that there's a whole community of people who actively look for them. And I was like, wait, this is so dope. And you know, this is my senior year of college. I'm taking the least amount of classes I need in order to stay a full-time student, so that I can get all the credits I need to graduate. But I'm also like working my internship, and then I'm like, I'm like, this is a fun thing to do, like just because I you know, like I have free time now. And so I started to like look into that, and that's how I got into shiny hunting. So, I don't remember where I was going with this story. Does anyone remember? Because I certainly don't. Also, I love that I added this because it really does go hard to the playlist. Nope, you don't remember? Cool. I feel like my grandpa. This is exactly how his brain worked. Like he would like be 4 stories deep and then he'd be like, what the hell was I talking about? I miss him. I miss him every day. Okay, my number is not off this time. Something about shiny hunting. How did I get started on shiny hunting? Oh yeah, because I started shiny hunting in 2016. And I would just like chill out like that summer because I graduated college, and like I have very fond memories of that summer because it felt like the world was my oyster. It really did. And then it has just been downhill from there. But that was also the summer that Pokemon Go came out. And so like the whole world was Pokemon pilled. And it just it felt so good at that time. And so that's why I reacted see, now I'm remembering. I reacted as strongly as I did because it just reminded me of a time that I felt like so, like I felt like I could do anything and I was going to be anyone. And now that was gone. Or at least this thing that reminded me of that time was. It's crazy this song is playing while I'm talking about this. Anyway. If you have a strong reaction to something, please don't let anyone make you feel super bad about it, because there's usually a reason for it that you feel that strongly about that thing. Maybe they don't see it, and maybe you don't even see it too, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Some people just can't handle it. Oh, that's okay. I forgot to give a heads up about the outbreak. Sorry, everyone. I was when I went to go grab the clip for the Snorlax. I thank you for the follow. I did not realize just how often I have to like wipe my nose / blow my nose on stream, and how just distracting it is. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't know how to not do that, because it's just, unfortunately, that's how I am. Hi, Sanjay. Welcome in. Meow. That was a weird meow. I don't meow like that normally. But I was like, oh, this is painful to watch. I don't like that you can see just how much I'm wiping my nose. How are you? I'm doing okay. Meowing? Like, when someone goes meow, I would just go meow, like meow. I don't go like girl, like meow, meow, like I just did there for, why do I keep hitting my desk? Like I'm Karen from Mean Girls. You know? Like, it sounds like something she would do. Also, welcome back from the ad, everyone. Don't worry, we did not find a shiny. See, now I've already forgotten what I was saying. Oh yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I'm a constant runny nosiness. I don't know how to fix that other than like surgery, which I don't think I'll do. Sorry. Nah, you're fine. I mean, as like, I have to also think about things as a viewer, and I'm like, if I were to watch a streamer do this, I would hate this. So why am I allowed to do it? Okay, we're gonna need to make a new sandwich. Or like, I become like keenly aware of things. Like when I can hear people breathe, like take a breath at the end of a line in a song, I become like so aware of it. And people made fun of Tay Zonde for like turning away from the mic when he did Chocolate Rain, and I was like, no, he was so real for that. He was so real for turning away, because now I don't have to hear that and be like, the entire time. Heck, and get your nose together. My viewership is ruined. No, I'm just like, why do I, like, can my nose not run for once? Q, welcome in. Hello, how are you doing? I'll never forgive the internet for hating on Tay. I love Tay Zonde. Like, everyone I knew, like, also liked him. Like, we loved Chocolate Rain in my household. Unless, like, I know, like, I haven't heard anything about him recently, unless he's like done something that I don't know about. in which I rescind things, but like I'm like he was harmless, which seems to be a lot of the problem is that the person did meme thing on the internet years ago and got made fun of for it, and it's like you look back on what they did and you're like, that was literally nothing. Why were we so awful to them? Just relaxing after work for a little bit before your roommate and you move. Literally everything in and out of 3 bedrooms. Oh my god. That is so much work. Good luck. And you have to do that after you work today too? What's going on in here? So I am hunting both. I'm doing Masuda for Fiona in Scarlet Violet because I've been doing that for a little bit now and it just still won't shine for me. And I'm also soft resetting for Darkrai in Pokemon Platinum. And then I was just complaining to folks about how I was watching a part from my last stream because I needed to get a clip. And I just noticed how much I fucking wipe my nose and like blow my nose during stream. And I was like, so apologies. That's just always how I've been. It's not an allergies thing necessarily. Or maybe it is because the earth is just like allergies are just bad all the time now. So who knows? Giving up the master bedroom, but I'll have a medium and small bedroom instead. You have a small cozy bedroom with very minimal electronics for sleeping, and then another room for gaming and time. See? Yeah. See, I agree with that. I don't have a TV in my room, mostly because I don't really watch TV anymore, but also because I'm like, actually though, no, that's true. I watch my iPad before I go to bed. I watch YouTube on my iPad, but like I don't have a TV in my room because I know like I need my room to stay like the sleep place, right? So I can't have other things going on in my bedroom. Like people have whole setups in their bedroom. People do their like they have like their vanities. And I was like, no, the bedroom is just for bed. And I think that makes a difference if you have like sleep issues for sure. It's me, I'm people. Well, if it's the only space you have, obviously, like, I'm not gonna be like, well, maybe you should try something else when you literally don't have any real estate to do anything else with. But like, I'm in the place where it's like, I have an apartment to myself. Like, I can make any part of this apartment what I need it to be. My bedroom does not need to be the thing other than the bedroom. You do have sleep issues? Yeah, so maybe the electronics not being in the room and just having a place for just sleep might actually help somewhat. We have a spare room, but it has my number is off again. Sorry. And a ton of other shit in it for when my nieces stay over. Yeah. I figured a small cozy room that only has one window would be better for sleeping. Yeah, I mean, to whatever your comfort is. You know, like, when I was going through, like, stuff, my sleep stuff, before I could get my CPAP, and even when I was, like, having issues after that, like, a lot of the advice that the doctor gave me was, like, you know, making sure to, like, cut back on, like, if there are, like, electronics in the room, like if you have a TV in your bedroom, like, don't watch, like, do not try to watch the TV falling asleep, or if, like, you wake up in the middle of the night, don't turn it on and try to fall back asleep to it. Like, stuff like that. And that window isn't facing out the front of the building, so I'll be away from any cars coming and going. Yeah, see, like... See, that's one of the things that I wish I could put, like, a blackout curtain there, because I have Venetian blinds, And so much light gets through them even when they're closed. But I don't know what I can and can't like put. Did you say sleep apnea? Yeah, I have a CPAP. But even then I was still having issue. Like sometimes with it I still have issues where it's like I'll wake up like earlier than I'm supposed to and not be able to fall back asleep. So one thing my doctor did suggest he's like, have a chair near your bed and then like have some sort of reading material. Like, and it has to be like really boring reading material. And that is what you're going to use. You're going to get out of bed when you can't fall back asleep. And you're going to sit in that chair and you're going to read that really boring reading material until you're like, I need to go back to sleep. It has like there's like an actual like name for that thing, like an actual like medical name for like that process. I can't remember what it is though. I might have that or insomnia. I can fall asleep relatively okay, but I wake up in the middle of the night a lot. Yeah. So I had to get a sleep study done. So I had an at-home study done that my general practitioner prescribed, which isn't as good as like going to like an actual facility and having it done because they can't monitor for like restless leg syndrome. They can't get a full accurate like reading on like your oxygen intake. They can't like measure rapid eye movement, stuff like that. So if you're able to get a sleep study, which by the way, if you are, you're going to be waiting a long time until you can actually go to it. Like, we're talking months. I don't know why these places are so backed up. 3 years? Jesus. Oh my God, 3 years. I thought 3 months was bad. And then mine got delayed. Mine got delayed because the night I was supposed to go, the tech got in a car accident. Not like a bad car accident, but like enough that he like was not able to make it to the lab. And I was like, okay, okay, so he's like, you're gonna have to call the office when we're open on Monday. They know what happened. And I was like, okay. Hopefully I don't have to wait another month to then have my study done. And lo and behold, I call them on that Monday. And they're like, we don't have any availability for another month. And I was like, great, cool, awesome. Another month. But 3 years? That's at least 3 years. That's the stupidest joke that I like to make. Is 3 blank, that's at least 3 blank. Or X blank, that's at least 3 blank. I feel like getting good sleep would make my life so much easier and better. Crazy concept. Yeah, so it's one of those like chicken and the egg things where it's like you have more energy because you sleep better, but you can't do the things that like, in order to sleep better, you can't do the things that would make you sleep better. Like, that makes sense. Like, you don't have the energy to, like, hit up the gym and go exercise or something like that. But, like, doing that would probably, like, help you sleep better or something like that. It's like one of those things where it's, like, good sleep is, like, a foundation for so many things. But, like, in order to like be able to sleep well, you also still need to also do those other things. And it's like, so we got to start somewhere. And it's like, let's start at the sleep because you have to do that no matter what. Right? So, because sleep affects everything you do. This year I'm making a goal for myself every month of the year. What's the word I'm looking for? I am I can't remember. I was like, the word just escaped me. I'm happy for you that you're working on that. That's awesome. I hope you hit all your goals. I know that sounds insincere the way I just said it, but it's literally because I was like, the word was in my head and then it left. Guys, I don't know what's going on. I also can't speak anymore. Last month was getting a license in a car finally after 6 years, which congrats again, by the way. I locked in and popped off. Yep. Yeah, see, learning how to drive, I definitely took that for granted. It's tough, and I commend you. I really do. This month's goal you can't say, but you do have one. Hey, I am no stranger to just keeping things close to the chest and not saying things aloud sometimes because you don't always want to put stuff out there. Yo, Zinny, welcome in. Hi. Hi, Zin. I hope you like your VIP status. I started now that I can actually make people VIPs, I started to do that. I have more. I got distracted the other day. And I just handed it out. I was like, Zin needs one because she is my twin, and also she's going to be the art person, which we also, yeah, we gotta discuss that soon. If you are free and available. I do enjoy it, thank you. I've noticed the link. Yeah. How are you doing today, by the way? But yeah, cute. As I was saying, I'm also someone who's like, I'm trying not to like talk about every like little good thing that happens to me because sometimes it becomes a thing where it's like, hold on, my numbers are off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My numbers are off, guys. Everything should, for the Fiona, everything has to be on a 2 or a 7 because of how eggs ended one time. Like every 5 is a 2 or a 7. Do I have to go back to the beginning of the VOD? Or the beginning of the... yeah. To figure out where I was? Where I started and then count from there? I'm probably gonna have to do that. Bear with me, folks. Alright. Where did I start? 7:07. We're at 8:05. How many boxes in are we? Okay, we just started the 4th. So that should be 90 plus 5. I can't do math. I didn't go to school for math, guys. $8.02. How did my 3 off? I really lingered, I guess. You had a friend over earlier today for a few hours. That sounds so nice. All right, hold on. I think I'm almost... There we go. I should try to get my butt into gear and sorting through some mons and working on Dex things. I've been too tired lately. I know, like, I was like, I wanted to ask Zin about things, but I'm like, she is like going through work stuff right now. I know that much. So, many boxes of Pokemons for me. For me, I've been marking because I've been going through some stuff that I've gotten from the Wonder Box. So I've been checking them off on our tracker sheet. You went to sleep at 6 p.m. last Saturday. There was a point that I used to do that. It was actually like in college. It was the summer before senior year when I was working my internship. For some reason, I would just be tired by 8 p.m. Like, I'd get home at 6. Like, not even. No, because I lived off campus and we were staying in the off-campus house. The people who rented to us let us stay there in the summer before the year started because my internship is actually where I work now, but it is literally like 10 minutes from where I went to school and where we lived. And so it was just easier than having to commute all the way from my parents. So I'd get home like, I don't know, like 5:30. And then I would like have dinner, and one of my housemates, she was also working her internship that summer, so she was also staying at the house. So we'd like hang out for a bit, we'd eat dinner, and like I would watch her play like Fallout New Vegas for a little bit most nights, and then like by 8 o'clock I was like, girl, I'm going to bed. Good night. Like I wasn't doing anything so tiring. You had a remote day yesterday? I'm happy for you that you finally had a remote day. I know you've been cheated of your remote days lately. Here she goes again, wiping her nose on screen. I'm gonna be honest, I thought this song that's playing right now, I was like, this sounds like an Ace Attorney song, but I don't remember which song it is. It sounds like it should be like Steel Samurai related. But then I looked down and I'm like, no, this is Chow Karate. I haven't done a lot of Chow Karate. I'm back to remote Fridays again, but the few weeks, sorry, is my number off again? My number is off again. We just fixed it. Why are you off? But the few weeks when I don't have them is rough. Yeah. I mean, I'm not one to talk. Every day is remote Friday for me when you're work from home. Work from home sounds amazing. Sometimes I put my social battery through home back. We were talking about this earlier, that work from home was great for the first, I don't know, like a year or two of lockdown, but I've been work from home since. And I've seen the way it's just completely, like, I don't have any social stamina anymore. Like a normal hangout with friends, I need like a week to recover from that. Like a lot of people will talk about how like they're so excited to stream after work because that's like their reprieve, and I'm like, I'm exhausted after work. I don't even like talk to people, like I rarely talk to people. So I don't know. And I'm at my apartment all day. I just hate losing time from commuting and having to wake up earlier. If you calculate how much time a year you lose from commuting, like Zen, I used to commute because when I first started working at this job, they had me in a contract role. And then when they finally hired me full-time, they made me work my first week full-time, like the contract job, and also that first week full-time, New York City office. So I had to commute from my parents, because I was still living with my parents at the time. So I commuted from their house. I would have to be on the bus at 6:30 in the morning to be to get there by 9 because the office was all the way downtown. And like I could have there's an express subway, but I have very severe like agoraphobia. So like that subway during rush hour is packed door to door. There's no way I could do it because I would like I feel like hear about crowd crush and it freaks me the hell out. So like seeing those subways cars just full of people, I would not be able to do it. So I would I had to take the local. I couldn't take the express. So I had to be on the bus by 6:30, get to the Port Authority, and then like run through Times Square to get to my my subway station to get on the train. And then go all the way downtown, local. And then when I would be done at 5. And I would get home sometimes 7:30, sometimes close to 8, depending on traffic. I literally had no life the few months that I worked in that contract position. And then finally, when I negotiated for full-time, how did this happen again? When I negotiated for full-time, I was like, I want to go back down to your New Jersey office because I knew the area because it's where I went to school. I like the office. I like the area. And I was like, I'll get an apartment because it's significantly cheaper than where I grew up and where my parents live, like living on my own. It's still not great, but it's significantly cheaper because we're not in the New York metropolitan area anymore. Wait, please don't pull a Johnson with Fiona. The joke was that I started this hunt when he was hunting Fiona. And then literally the stream that I started it on, while I was hatching like my first batch, he found the shiny. So I was like, well, I'm already started and I need it for my shiny living, so I might as well. But it just hasn't shined yet. So I was hoping that it would be under odds because it's my first Masuda in a while. I think my last Masuda was might have actually been Sunkern. Because trying to hunt Sunkern in Scarlet Violet is awful. So it suggested you Masuda it, and that wasn't a bad hunt. But that was 2023 sometime. I sure hope you don't have to endure anything even half as bad as he did. Well, you know, in retrospect, like he was in the 3000s for that. Zin can tell you we have a buddy, Clark, who went, I think it was 50K for Quaxley with charm, with sandwiches. We're not exaggerating. It was like people were like, there's no way. 50K. Yeah, Clark is cursed. For Quaxley. In Scarlet Violet, with the charm, with sandwiches. To the point we were like, you must have missed it. Like all of the math people were like running the numbers and were like, there's no way you couldn't have gotten it. Wait, hold on. I missed your first message. I just wish these games had a good way to get rid of Pokemon after the hunts like this. I mean, I just throw them into home and release them. Although now I come to the realization that home only lets you release 100 per session. So like you release like 3 boxes and some change, and then it's like you can't release anymore. And you literally have to exit out of home and then go back in and release the rest if you do more than 100. So it's like, okay, well, Yeah. It's I don't know. I feel like there's so like at least from the things that I've heard, it's like they have a specific way they want you to play. Oh shoot, sorry, I forgot to warn people. We have an ad starting in 15 seconds for anyone who is not subscribed. So I'm actually going to get up during the ad. Just to stretch. I've been sitting here for almost 2 hours. Let's see. But yeah, I have more rants and rambles I can go on, which I will do after I get back from my little ad break stretch. Actually, how much? We had 7 minutes left on this. I'll be right back. You guys get the chair. Sorry, y'all. Something got messed up on one of my tabs. Okay, there we go. All right, why does this keep happening? Why do you keep disappearing on me? Okay. think it's probably a bit of a preventative measure for someone losing everything in one session, but to a hack, or a little brother or something. I mean, that's probably the actual answer, but the other one is like me, which I'll go on my rant in about a minute about the things that I feel regarding like game devs versus game players and like the different philosophies they have. McDonald's ad, okay, low key sounds yummy. Got police recruitment ad, sorry about that. Army Navy recruit ads, no, okay, okay. Interesting what ads you guys are getting. Yeah, so like Q, your explanation is probably the actual one. It's to prevent people who from doing scummy things in the event that, you know, your account gets compromised. Or like if you have someone else in the family like doing things that maybe they don't realize they should be doing. I don't have personalized ads on, so I just get anything. Yeah, that's what happens with me too. I'm like, do not track my info. If you're going to give me ads, I don't care. Like, the people who are like, well, I want the ads to be about things that I like. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't want ads at all. Why are you saying that? You sound insane. But like, there's a part of me that's like, because I've also heard things about like regarding why they shiny lock things, which may or may not be true. Do you want to fall susceptible? Exactly. I'm like, do you want to spend more money? You want them to track your data and know things about you, sometimes things that you really don't want them to know about you? You want to buy? Exactly. Exactly, Zen. But like, which I guess it falls in line, maybe I'm falling in line with like anti-Game Freak, anti-Pokemon people who like put stuff in my head. I don't know. Like their philosophy of they want you to play the games how they want, like they want you to play how they want you playing it and not how you want to play it. So like in an ideal world, like you're not releasing Pokemon at all. Like the fact that they're giving you an option to release is like because they have to, not because they want to. So like the fact that you can't release more than 100 at a time it feels very like, see, that's what I'm thinking. But there's also like an artist, the whole artist like versus consumer thing that goes on that like also makes sense to me. Like you consume it how I want you to consume it, or you take the message how I think how you should be taking it. And if you take it wrong, you're the stupid one, right? Which also not great to do, but whatever. But it goes on, like it's similar to the one people talk about this as one of the reasons for shiny locks being a thing is because the people at Pokemon or the people at Game Freak, they want you to play the game. They don't want you to sit there. They don't want you to sit there and like soft reset or run away or whatever and stop playing the story and stop playing the game because you're busy with trying to find a shiny, because now you're not enjoying the thing that they put out the way that they want you to enjoy it. And my whole thing is like, even if that's true, how would they know why I'm not getting through this story? Whether that's because I'm taking 2 weeks to reset so that the legendary is shiny, or if it's because for 2 weeks in real life I could not pick up the game because I had other things going on, and that prevented me from playing the game. They don't know that. And they have no way of knowing that. So, like, I guess that's one reason, like, that it wouldn't be true, but even if it is, it's like, why do they care? Why do they care so much? Like, you don't hear direct feedback from me as the individual. You don't see me as the individual and what I'm doing in my game. You just know you just know. As someone who works at Game Freak and Pokemon, this amount of people bought the game. You don't know you don't know RL Dust Free bought the game and this is why she's taking this long to get through the story. You don't know that. So the answer is I don't know. But if it's true, it's like, why do they care? You already you booted up SV to finally work on the snake outbreaks. I saved, and then instead I just started collecting Fiona eggs. I had to connect to the internet because Eden was so nice and got those EV codes for all of us. And I was like, I should probably just redeem it before I forget. Like, I was like, I'm gonna get it myself because I want to get the little card too. But I'm not gonna go to Best Buy for that. And my GameStop at the mall that's closest to me just closed. So I'm like, okay, well now I don't have GameStop either. I have to go like a few towns over to GameStop now. In the case of the Sword and Shield starters, they have raids they need people to get to the post-game to do. Okay, so it was like a timed thing. Like that first Festival Plaza mission in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon didn't get done because so few people were interacting with it than they expected. Wow. I don't know if that was because of shiny hunting though. How did those games sell? How well did those games sell like on launch? That I wonder. Because I didn't pick up those games until, I didn't get Ultra Moon until the end of 2023. And that in the shiny hunting community is already so small in the grand schemes. Yeah, like they're like, if anything, they're really pushing BGC harder than any aspect, like any other niche aspect of Pokemon. Like that is the thing they're honing in on. The counter is off again. It's like Mighty Charizard, and then they reran it later. Yeah, I missed out on well, it was Pikachu first, right? I missed out on everything, those first raids. I think my first raid was Samurott? Was my first, like the first time I was really raiding in Scarlet Violet. Charizard was first, okay. I thought Pikachu was first, the Flying Pikachu. What do I know? I didn't start playing Scarlet Violet till that March. Decently well. Wait, hold on. I already got lost. For real, especially when they started shiny locking Black and White. Okay. At least I think Black and White released. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Black and White was in 2010, 2011. Decently well, but standard second or version sales rate. Yeah. I don't think I even knew that they had come out until like a few years after they were out, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I had no idea that those games were made. Oh, third. I thought second RD second was a joke, like second, third versions. Because they're not third versions so much as they are like a second. It's fine. I'm supposed to get distribution codes now? Yeah, I don't... So we had a friend who was kind enough. Their local distributor, I don't know if it's GameStop or Best Buy that they go to, but they're good buddies with the people there. No, well, actually, yes, I do need to make a sandwich, so it does have to be a picnic. So they picked up a bunch of codes for like our little group, which includes people who are region who don't have that available in their region, so they can redeem it. Charizard was first. Pika was like the third one. They really should have just done DLC for Necrozma fusions. The new Ultra Beast, Team Rainbow Rocket, and anything else. Like the wormholes and stuff. I mean, it was they changed the story. I'm gonna be honest. The only time I played through Sun was back in 2019. Like, I haven't played it since, so I didn't remember the story exactly playing through Ultra Moon. So, like, I couldn't tell you what the difference in story was. I just know that there was. Your Mighty Charizard was from 12/3/2022, and that's only because I joined someone else's house. Okay. It was 3DS, no stranger to DLC. But Pokemon was a stranger to DLC at that point. The story changes were horrible. They ruined it so bad. See, I think the only thing that I know for a fact that I'm like, they tried to redeem Lusamine, and I'm like, you can't all be Prince Zuko. Not every villain needs a redemption. Like, Prince Zuko is an exception is because he's a child. Like, he's still a kid. That's why his redemption works. Because A, he learned from it, and B, because he's still a kid, so he's still young enough to, like, be able to learn and grow from it. Not that adults aren't able to learn and grow from things, but, like, he is very young. And also, like, it's okay for villains to be villains. It really is. Like, we don't, like, not every villain needs a redemption. I promise you. Sometimes the story does not call for it. Let her have her insane squid mommy era. Yeah, exactly. God, I still haven't burned the stamina yet. I've been doing this for like 2 hours. I'm never ranking in this A3 event. I don't need to. I don't know why I'm doing it. I wish I had a controller mod for this thing. I hate not having input redirection for DS games. Got a bowl of Captain Crunch. That sounds good. I had a late lunch, so I'm not hungry, but I realize it's 6 o'clock already, and I'm like, if I don't start thinking about dinner, I'm gonna have dinner really late, and that's gonna be a problem. We hashed all the eggs. Also, how am I... Oh, I had more boxes than I realized. I don't think I'm going to get through all the eggs tonight, because I don't think my voice can handle streaming for a lot longer anyway. That's another thing. I don't know how people stream for so long. I'm like constantly like 2-3 hours in, I'm like, my voice, I feel it in my voice, and already I'm like, your heart skipped a beat? Why, what happened? You thought Darkrai was shiny? Nah, no. No. Way too under odds. Although, you know what, Shaman was very under odds, so who knows, but no. Get Shinoed. You know what? I wonder, because I think, Zin, if you're still here, Ray probably has this soundbite he made of me from DA's. Everyone's favorite. Get cleared, idiot. Like, I feel like that needs to be a point redemption. Get cleared, idiot. IDK had John yaps for like 8 hours straight. Yeah, I think that's something you would definitely have to consider vocal lessons for sure. I don't know. I have a feeling tea is involved, and the problem is I do not like tea. I have tried so many different types of tea, and every time I'm like, maybe this will be the type that I like. Maybe this will be the kind that I like. Maybe I need to prepare it this way. No. Every single time I'm disappointed. So I just can't get into it. So no tea with honey for me, which definitely doesn't help. Oh, what am I doing? Fighting Darkrai? In this economy? We're just master balling it. Whenever we find it. There's a tea that's called throat coat. That's genius marketing right there. They knew what they were doing. And you know what? I'm going to be thinking about that for the rest of my life. It's meant to help soothe your throat, but like, it's genius. Like horny goat weed I thought was a funny marketing play, but that's actually what it is. But no, this is actually clever. Sometimes I see things that I'm like, I wish I'd been the one to write that. I wish I'd been the one to think of that. Like, I'm sure that person is like so proud of themselves, whoever came up with that one. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not a tea person. I've really tried, because here's the thing. Texture is the problem, taste usually isn't. So like tea is something I'm like, okay, yeah, I can try different flavors, but like the fact that I've tried so many different ones and I'm like, nothing is working, I think it's just not for me. Someone gifted you a sub to Asha Waves. What's your favorite Pokemon? Oshawtt's so cute. You know, all of the starters are cute. Well, I had not all of them. Well, no, hold on. I'm rolling that back. I take that back. I rescind that. Yoink. I think all of them are fine. Litten is on thin ice, though. And you know what? Rowlet is cute, but it's on thin ice, but only because of how Pokemon fans are about it. Trico would like a word. I like Trico, it's just not cute. Okay, you know what? That's fair. You know, Froakie isn't cute either, though. Yeah, Froakie's not cute. I don't. I don't think Brookie's cute. I mean, and maybe I'm biased. Frankie. Um, you know what? I was thinking of it the same way that like I jokingly call Lugia Luigi, and this was before, you know, the whole thing with Luigi Mangione. Like I would call Lugia Luigi. But now people are getting weird about it. And I'm like, okay, no, nope, this is a joke that I've always had. So I just assumed it was like a thing that you did similar to what I did with Lugia. See, maybe it's because I'm biased because I'm like, I am so sick of Greninja and it's so predictable that Greninja's the favorite. Like, that's so predictable. And then, of course, like when I was shiny hunting Froakie in Scarlet Violet, because, you know, I still need it for my shiny living dex, I had an outbreak. I got my outbreak, you know, I did my 60 whatever KOs. I popped my shiny Power 3 sandwich. 9 sandwiches in. I don't have a single shiny to show for it. I was like, this stupid fucking frog already knows that I don't really care for its evolutions. And now it's being an asshole. Geez, like mentioning Typhlosions after the leaks. God, it made me angry the way people, like, not even the people who are like, Typhlosion, the people who are like genuinely disgusted by it. And I was like, you just take a mythology class and then be like, this is just like this is like reading old folk tales. Like it doesn't faze you because it's not meant to be like, first of all, it was never meant to be seen by the public anyway, because they were just practicing. And like when I read the translations, I was like, they translated it the way that like lore is meant to be like vague and like the way that it sounds sometimes when you read like, yeah. Like we know that Pokemon is heavily based in Shintoism and okay. Oh, hold on. Pop-ups. Like we've seen the dex entries. Yeah, like even if they take liberties with the dex entries, it's like if you've looked into yokai at all, if you've looked, like it doesn't even have to be yokai. If you've Greek mythology, like, you know to not take it at face value. You know it's not meant to be read actually as like, oh, they're actually doing those things. It's like, no, like there's a moral here, a lesson here. That's the point. And everyone is missing it. And it's just infuriating. I'm just like, oh my God. This is like, and the people who are like actually legitimately disgusted because it's like, well, it's Pokemon, they shouldn't be doing that. And it's like, because it's like, I'm sorry, this is just so, like, this is so Christian of you all. This really is. That's what it is. It really is Christian of you all. Because Americans' relation with animism is very different than like other cultures' relations with animism. Is what it boils down to. And it's like because like that here, okay. I'm gonna go on another rant and ramble. My issue with Sonic Colors. No good reading comprehension country. I mean, even if it was a good reading comprehension thing, like this whole like moral, like, oh, how could they do that with a children's franchise? Here's the thing. Pokemon has always been, there have been kids' games, but they don't treat their players like children. And that is my issue with Sonic Colors. The writing in Sonic Colors. Every other Sonic game, I can't speak about Forces because I haven't played Forces. Every other Sonic game is a kid's game that does not treat their player like children. Sonic Colors is a kid's game that treats its player like a child with the writing. Because I sit there and I have flashbacks to being like 7 years old in Disney World with my family. We are at the Bear in the Big Blue House like show thing that they have at the time it was MGM Studios. And I'm sitting there on the floor with my older brother somewhere behind me and my younger brother next to me. And like something is going on the stage during this show. And you know those things that you like little kids scream laugh over because it's so funny to them, but you're like, okay, it's not really that funny. It really isn't that funny. Oh, ads. I'm so deep into this rant. I'm sorry, everyone. You're getting new McValue? Oh my goodness. Zen is VIP and she still has to deal with ads. I will hold off, but just know what I'm gonna say. You know, little kids, they scream laugh over things, and then you, even as like a somewhat older child, was like, it's not that funny. It really isn't that funny. It's like, why are you laughing like it's the funniest thing you've ever heard? And like you watch like a Nick Jr. show and you see exactly that. And you're like, this was written with the intention of like, it's not really that funny, but a little kid is going to scream laugh over that because of how funny they think it is. That is what Sonic Colors is they know a little kid is going to scream laugh over that stuff. But it's not really, like, it's not good. It's not funny. It's not anything. Okay, hopefully you guys are back. Basically what you missed is that there's things that are written knowing that it's not really that funny. But like they know little kids are going to scream laugh like it's the funniest thing they've ever heard. And you've seen it. Like I remember sitting in that big blue or big whatever that show was. I can't even remember the name anymore. Bear in the Big Blue House. Like Fart Gun and Despicable Me. You know, I haven't seen Despicable Me in so long. I don't even remember that one. It's like child laughter bait, but it's also like it's only children will laugh at this. Like truly only children can laugh at this because it's genuinely not even funny. Baldy McNose hair. It's exactly Baldy McNose hair. That is the line that I was like, you know, if I had like a 4-year-old with me, they would think that shit is the funniest thing. But I'm 31. Sis, I'm 31. In the words of Rina Sawayama. Like, come on. Actually, how old was I when Sonic Colors came out? When that come out? 2010? I was 16. No, I wouldn't have found that funny at 16. Wasn't that in one of the Sonic movies? I don't know, but like the Kenichi what line, that made me cringe so hard. I have bad takes about the Sonic 3 movie that no one is ready for. That none of you are ready for. No, actually, no, they're not bad takes. They're correct takes because I'm always correct. I don't know if Baldy McNose hair. I can't remember if it was in the movies. I'm so not paying attention to Darkrai. I'm sorry, everyone. You got me on a rant. Low-key offensive. I mean, the whole Chow Garden scene had me in distress because I'm like, the Chow Garden is sacred and people literally died. People died in that scene. I'm only not ready because I didn't watch the second movie because the first one was too cringe. See, I actually really enjoy, here's the thing. I enjoyed them overall. I think they're good movies. They're fun movies. I enjoyed them. And I'm glad that Sonic is having a renaissance as a result of them. And I'm so grateful for that. And but I have to sit here and remember that, like, the Sonic movie canon is different than the game's canon, and there's a part of me that's like unwilling to accept that. Like I'm like gritting my teeth and bearing it. I'm like, yes, the movie canon is different. You gotta get over it, girl. Why did they do that? Like, that's me. But honestly, I genuinely do, like, when I watched the first two movies over the summer, I genuinely did enjoy them. And I did enjoy most of the third movie. Like, I had a good time. I mean, I guess because it's just the movie came out post Shadow Generations. And I had just also refreshed myself that summer on Adventure 2. And also just then going into Adventure 2 with the knowledge, because at the time that I played it, when I was a kid, Heroes was already out. So Shadow dying at the end of that, like, he hadn't actually died in my mind. And so I was like, no, he just comes back. It's fine. So he's not actually dead. But, like, now as an adult playing through that and knowing, no, he was never meant to come back. I got to the end of the game and I sat there and I was like, holy shit. He's dead. Like, all of that, and he's dead. So, and then after, yes. So, and then to have this movie come out post Shadow Generations, which I understand, the script had already been done. They couldn't have known what was going to happen in, Shadow Generations. It's not like they had access to, all of the journal pages. But, we can't, to sit there and ignore everything we know about Gerald and the way that the Ark incident affected him. I can't wrap my head around the way the movie decided to characterize him. I just can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I hated that dance scene. Anytime anytime Jim Carrey was there, I was like, oh my god. This is the Jim Carrey show now. That's what this is. I want this to be a Sonic movie, not a Jim Carrey movie. I'm sorry. I thought he was great in the first two movies, and then this third movie, I was like, really? I was like, really? We're doing a dance sequence? Gerald Robotnik was supposed to be dead by firing squad. And he was so mentally distraught by the fact that people died as a result of his work, and that his granddaughter died. And we're doing a dance sequence. He wanted to blow up the entire world because of what had happened. And we're doing a dance sequence. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Keanu Reeves, though, I was so happy with his performance as Shadow. I was worried because there was one teaser clip that the official accounts posted, I want to say in November, that I kept watching it over and over again, and I was like, why do I not understand a single word he's saying right now? I don't normally need the captions for things. And there was no captions on the video, and I was like, I need closed captions. I don't know what he's saying. I was able to, I understood Sonic, I understood Knuckles, I understood Tails in that scene. I couldn't understand a single word Shadow was saying. I was like, I'm worried now about Keanu. But he was fine. When I actually saw the movie, I was like, oh, this is fine. He's fine, and he's great. So I'm sorry, that's my hot take. I'm really disappointed in that, and like, my numbers are off again with VOD. That's what I get for ranting and rambling. That's what you get for having a really hot take that's a bad take, girl. Well, it's a bad take to you, maybe, but to me, it's correct. And you know what? A lot of people seem to not agree with me, so like I'm fine. I'm fine. You know, I've had a lot of people not agree with my opinions over the years, and then like 10 years down the line, they're like, actually, wait a minute. I think maybe we were wrong about this thing, and I was like, really? Now you were wrong about that thing. So I'll give you all a little time. We agreed to movies it goes in. Wait, was Mr.'s in there? You can't take Sonic too seriously, but the problem is Sonic takes itself very seriously. At least the adventure plot lines take themselves very seriously. Mr. Zin. I'm sure. Listen, I was telling my friend Gabby the other day that when I was in high school, you said ultimate life form, more like ultimate death form. No. Well, he's alive now. He wasn't supposed to be, but... Mr. Zen, please. Please. The hedgehog did he not suffer enough? Yzma. Not the Yzma voice. Alive? He's supposed to be dead. I can't attempt an Eartha Kitt impression right now. I'm sorry. I wish Jujubee was here. Not that she knows who I am or would ever be here for any reason. But she could do it. And then we can turn the heat up to a sensible... Oh, sorry, the thermostat, not the heat. The thermostat up to a sensible 74 degrees. I need to fill my water in about a moment. I was telling Mr. Zin something. Oh. That, I was reminded of KHR again, because I sent something to a friend. And then I said, this is like how, when I was in high school, and you get to like the time skip arc in KHR, and you get to 10 years later Dino. And I was like 10 years, like as me in high school, 16, 10 years later Dino. I was like, oh, he's so fine. And, you know, of course, you know, early 2000s, holy shit, KHR mentioned, oh my god, listen, I was such a KHR girly. I can't recommend it to people in good faith now because there's so much wrong with it and it's so convoluted and strange. But like I never finished the manga. I need to finish it because like I'm legally obligated to. You agree, but you loved it. Exactly. And I don't think even a reboot could work because it's just so... There's just so many issues with it. I bought their rings in high school. I did too! My friends and I, we had like my friend, like I got him like the one that had like all of them. We were so into it, yeah. I was like, there's no mafia in the world that is like this. There isn't, but it's just so... There's something so charming about how wrong it is. But like appropriate to like late 2000s or late 10s casual homophobia. You know, the general discourse or you know, the popular opinion was 10 years later Dino looks so gay, like in a negative way. Now the girlies say that and it's like a good thing. which, like, of course. But I was like, what? I was like, no. He's fine as hell. And of course, now they've all changed their tune and they're like, oh, 32 years old Dino, he's fine as hell. And I was like, yeah, That's what I fucking thought. So, how much time do I have left? A minute and a half. Let's do this. He looks so Metro. They didn't even say Metro, girl. They were saying gay. They were just saying gay. Being right is so hard. I know, it's so hard being right all the time. But I manage somehow. I manage. I'm sorry. It's so hard to do Darkrai because it's like off. I have it off here. And then I like, that's our goat. Aw, thank you. I don't always feel goatish. That's a weird thing to say, goatish. Because I always stress, I'm just some lady on the internet. The unimaginable burden of the truth on your back. You know, I think that's just how it, that's just how it is. It's been that way since I was, well, I guess since my younger brother was born, because that's when I became the middle child and the only girl. And if you're like, Arl, now everything makes sense about you, you're welcome. Or Darkrai. I'm like not getting any encounters in. We haven't even done 100 encounters on Darkrai yet. And we've been here 2.5 hours. Oh my god, did the playlist stop? Did I start? Is it because I started it from last time as opposed to just shuffling the whole thing again? Alright, go. And I will hear no slander about this song ever. I've already had to deal with all of the Sonic YouTubers slandering this one. Like, did we not learn anything after the Camp Met Gala? What camp means? Because this song is camp. Or maybe I'm just too much of like an Amy stan. Maybe that's it. You're saying Sonic fans refuse to live and learn? What? Mr. Zen, you have rendered me speechless. Can you... No, I'm not... Like, why am I saying... Can you relay that to him? He's sitting right next to you. Like, the song that... Yes. Yes, Zen, I know. Zen, I know. I know all too well. I think we're sandwichless. I'm just assuming. I don't even remember anymore. He's pointing at the monitor knowingly. We have good times here. Honestly, yeah, we do. We have good times here. We do. We are small, but we're just so silly. I'm glad I got back into this. I'm glad I got back into Pokemon. I'm glad I found my Raid General people. And then I was like, you know what, maybe I will. After very many years, I'll try my hand at streaming again. Now that I don't have a, shitty laptop that I have to manage everything from. I'm not going to say it's a proper setup because it's not. All right. I need to refill my water. That's what I needed to do, actually. So hold on. Let's just get to in front of Darkrai, and I'm just going to quickly refill my water. All right. I think this will be the last sandwich. Because I don't even remember how many eggs we have left. But I also need to get to catching some Budu for tomorrow. For the big Wonder Trade event. I don't even have a box of Budu at the moment. I have like maybe, I don't know, 10. I had to get Fly first so that I could actually fly back to where I can catch them. And then I got distracted by the underground because I was like, wait, I can catch stuff here that I'm missing so far. Well, that's not right. I'd have to do math again. God. Stop making me do math. We started at 707. So we did 5. $857, and then we did 15 more. Plus 3, so that should be 5. Man, auto counter, you are a little too sensitive with your uppage. Man, I am not getting lucky with this Fiona. See that? I think that's okay. So my hold on. My luck with the other shinies has been a little too good so far. So Fiona said 1 in 512. I don't think. You've had it too good for too long. I washed my hair today, and it does not look like how it's supposed to after I've washed it. Oh, your shiny look has been in Pogo lately. All of my... I can't even say like all of my shiny look has been in Sleep lately because it hasn't. I did get a Sleep shiny, which... So now I'm on phase how many... We're on phase 5 for Ralts now, right? Is that what it was? Because I got the Why Not. That put me at phase 2. No, we're at phase 4. And then I got the Primate, which put me at phase 3, and then I got the Eevee, puts me at phase 4. Okay. So now we're on phase 4. On this year, just this year alone for Ralts in Sleep. And I've been hunting that thing in Sleep since last year. Since last July. So, I also have not seen one. Like, I haven't even been seeing that many. And I've been staying at the location where they are. Like, pretty much exclusively, except if there are events going on where you have to, like, go elsewhere in order to do the event. But, like... This past week was the first time I had seen a single Ralts in probably a month. So it's not going well. We're not doing so hot. Well, then that's why I think you should just knock out the snake hunt before you start doing Fiona. Oh, we have an ad starting in 20 seconds. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so bad at not being on top of this stuff. I was looking at Seribot before. I should probably actually get on that. Because then it will tell you in chat when those ad breaks are coming up. Well, we did hit 100 encounters for Darkrai. Well, we're over at 100 for this stream. But we did do it. We got there. Somehow. Maybe after stream you'll switch to snakes, but collecting eggs during stream... You're probably in ads now, so I can't even... You won't even hear this. Collecting eggs during stream seemed more interesting while you were hatching them. I mean, up to you. As long as you're entertained. That's all I can ask for. I hope I'm entertaining enough. Like, it is tough being on. So, like, hats off to people who stream and they're always on. It is tiring. I'm exhausted after I stream. You've been lurking all day while working. Enjoyed your time here a lot. I'm so happy you... That's all I can really ask for, is that people enjoy their time here. That's all. Of course, I just missed everything you said in response. All I said is, as long as you are entertained, Zen, you know, it doesn't matter what you're doing while you're watching the stream, as long as you're entertained. If my stream is a good time for you to gather your eggs instead of a shiny hunting, then it is what it is. God, this makes me want to replay Paper Mario again, the 1000-Year Door again. I just love that game so much. Poor Pip had to deal with me crying during that game. Not because I was so bad at it, because, you know, me and platformers. You know what? I should play Sonic on stream just so y'all can see how really bad I am. It's honestly funny how bad I am. So at least I can laugh about it, right? That's not why I was crying though. It was story related stuff that made me cry. I had to like, because I was streaming it to him in voice call. Because he had never played the game before because he's baby. And we got to the part with Scarlet's letter to Admiral Bombery, and I just was like, damn, I was like, they got me, gal, and I just started crying, and I was like, sorry, man, I need a minute, and I had to like stop playing. Man, like I don't think I got that like emotional over it as a kid, but they got me. They got me. Have I been sitting here with hat? Yes. Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't know where Pip is. We do know his mom bought that giant stuffed parrot though, which honestly, like, I live. Not a real parrot. It's a stuffed animal. Just clarifying. I realized I didn't... I miss him being in your streams. I miss him being in my streams too. I also kind of just miss streaming to voice chat in Argad. Darkrai today, I feel it. I honestly don't mind if it's not Darkrai. I'm mad that it's not Fiona. I miss him doing DAs. Well, he doesn't have to do DAs anymore because he got Legendary Adventurer. Because he's lapping us. I'm still stuck on Lugia. Not that I've been doing Lugia since DA weekend. I really should get back to doing that. You know, I also should get back to my Ultra Wormhole hunts. But I was like, I should probably get on... get on my, my full odds ones. Because those might take a while, you know? Did not expect Shaman to be severely under odds. I mean, I know he's lapping us, but I miss him joining. I do too. I miss, like, our big, like, the big DA group that we had. Like, those were such, like, those were, like, really fun times. I don't miss my 4-month drought, though. That I don't miss. But that was pretty iconic. No one else could do a 4-month drought like I could. Yeah, so I'm mad at the Fiona for now, as we head towards double over odds. You know, just a little salty. I want to get back to doing more DAs. I do too. I don't know how much everyone else is, because now everyone's on automation, and I was like, automation, like, just, like, I obviously everyone should do as they please when it comes to shiny hunting. I don't, like, that is my first thing. I'm like, at the end of the day, they're shiny pixels. They're pixels on a screen. They're different colored pixels on a screen. Who am I to judge? Thank you for the follow. But like, for me, DA is a very social shiny hunt. Like, that was the opportunity I had to, like, hang out with everyone. And like, we had all of our memes and jokes from doing DAs. Welcome in, Shin. Sorry if I say it. Shin Dracanus. Dracanus? Yes. I can read. I have a degree in that. Do I do it? Who knows? But welcome in. But yeah, like, DA is a very social shiny hunt for me. So like, the idea of like automation and then not even playing it myself. Good music, good vibes, good art, and interesting hunts. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It was always so fascinating seeing those automated streams hosting DAs. It was so lifeless and everyone kind of just moved like clockwork. I mean, so like what our friends are doing is a little bit different. It's them like automating solo DAs. Which if you're just looking to get the shiny, like, yeah, I understand that, but like, for me, a lot of the hunt is also about the journey. It's not just about finding the shiny. So yeah, exactly, yeah. So I just like to see a lot of the friends who I do DAs with who made it like that social fun aspect like brought that to it to now be like, well, now I'm not going to do it with other people. I'm just going to do it on my own and have the machine do it for me. Like, okay. Now I'm like, okay, well, now it's even harder to gather the troops. Like it's hard enough when like where you're hosting a DA and like everyone else has already found the raid boss but you, Shiny, and you're like, no one wants to run it because there isn't a whole lot in it for them at the end. But but it's like now it's like they don't even want to just play to play, even if it's not a shiny they already have. I bought the stuff to play around with automation, but I haven't done it for DA since my laptop can't really handle it. Yeah. I also would rather set that up on alt files and not my main file. I mean, like, I also don't like, because it's very set and go, and you know me, I'm very particular about what ball I catch each mon in. Like, I gotta match the shinies. And you don't really get to do that. Like, you get to choose one ball, and that's the ball that throws the entire run. But that's not always the case. Like, I don't want it to throw a dream ball at all 4 mons, because not all 4 mons are going to look good in a dream ball if they're shiny. I'm hoping to get into DAs and random encounters. I appreciate soft resets for being able to dissociate, unless it's Regis, be Regis. Oh my god, my Regis, is that, if that's in Sword and Shield, I did Registeel in Sword and Shield. That was not a fun time. I think the Pathmons can be set to a different ball than the Bossmon. Okay. Okay, I guess that's different, but isn't it still like you can only do one? I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but I just assume, maybe it's just because no one else functions like I do and they don't care. They catch all of their shinies in premier balls, so it doesn't matter. Or they catch all of their shinies in luxury balls. So yeah, they want all of them caught in luxury balls anyway. As opposed to me, I'm like, well, this shiny is green and it's this kind of green, so I want it in a friend ball. And this shiny is blue, so I want it in a dive ball. And this shiny is purple, so I think it looks better in a dream ball than a master ball. Even though, you know, none of those are the best option, really. Like, no one is as insane about it as I am. So. Unless you somehow, I guess, find a path. I don't know how you would program it to, like, reset a particular path over and over again. As opposed to just... Yeah, I don't know enough about it. I could just be talking out my ass. Talking about my ass, I'd rather not. Talking out my ass, I do that all the time. And the fact that no one's willing to do DAs discourages me from even starting this. Oh, the Sword and Shield exclusive shiny hunts, even though my original goal was all DA legends. Oh, so there is. I don't know. You may or may not already be a member. There's a Discord that is just all Dynamax Adventure all the time. And their whole thing is like they got people there who are like they want to do it all. They want to get all of the mons. Our friend Pip. He actually, he accomplished what they call the Legendary Adventurer, which is when you get all of the shiny legendaries bosses from Dynamax Adventures. So a friend of ours, Pip, he's done it, and our friend Zach too. He also just did it. Yeah, so all 47. So I can actually. Let me share the link to that server in case other people are interested as well. Also, before automod has a conniption. Okay, cool. Oh, not automod, auto counter. Yeah, Pip did it without automation, but he just went sicko mode. He's just insane. I am in too many Discord servers and it's overwhelming. I have everything in folders and I'm still just constantly overwhelmed. Really want to do the Light Trio and Mewtwo. It compounds with other people, newcomers viewing it as a waste of effort. Yeah. Okay, so these people, like, no, these people are serious about DAs. And like, I have a feeling like you'll find your tribe here. Yeah, we should run some more DAs here. Yeah, I definitely should run some more Lugia. Like, that should be one of my, like, I'm like, I want to stream today, but do I feel like setting up all the other stuff? Like, I should just run Lugia. Yeah, they have a whole thing about doing Zygarde Ds. Yeah, so in order to unlock all the other color rolls in that server, you have to get Zygarde first. Or you have to, if you've already gotten Zygarde, you have to post your proof of it. And then you're able to get all your other color rolls. They are like, once you get Zygarde, you're legit, basically. So a lot of people, like, they kind of pause whatever else they're hunting to be like, I'm gonna hunt Zygarde now so that I can go get the rest of my color rolls and then I'll get back to my other hunts. Yeah, Zygarde being the boss of DAs, yeah. I still think about that one time I cooked Zen. It was you, me, and Zach running Zygarde. And we had that god-awful path. But it was the three of us and one bot. Or one NPC. And I was like, actually, you know what? If you have a flying mon, keep it. Let's go this way. There's more flying mons. Everyone's going to have a flying mon, so at least most of Zygarde's moves don't hit us. And then we hope for the best. And we somehow cleared it on the last turn. It was a struggle. To this day, I was like, that is the one time I cooked. That is my one shining achievement. And we got to the end of that, and I was like, surely one of us got the shiny for all of that. And none of us got the shiny. That was so funny, though. It really was so funny. Zygarde being like the boss. Okay, and then... Hold on. Discord, get out of here. The other color rolls based on other shinies you've caught. Like, I caught Shiny Mewtwo. I posted it and locked the ability to make it my color roll. Yeah. I can't remember what mine... I haven't been in that server in a very long time. I don't remember what color my roll is. It's probably Finny. Poor Darkrai. I'm so sorry, Darkrai. I am ignoring you. I don't mean to ignore you. It's just, it's hard to manage this. Oh yeah, no, I was just, it was for me saying it out loud, Zin. Just explaining that server to those who don't already know. Yeah, it's just me, like, reading it to myself and kind of, like, being like, I already know this. Like, to myself. But now I'm, like, trying to find myself on the members list. Because I don't remember what color roll I have. Oh, there I am. Yeah, I think it's Finny. No, it's Kyurem. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Kyurem was... Well, no, because Heatran broke the drought. But Cura makes sense because that was the target, the main target during the drought. I'm only at 12 out of 47. That's pathetic. Wait, no, that should be updated because I got Latias the first DA weekend. So it should be 13 now. I never updated it in that server. Oops. Are we off a number? We are. Auto counter, come on. How am I on time? All right, we can do one more column. And then I'm gonna, oh my god, it's already after 7. Jesus. Yeah, one more column, and then I'm probably gonna, yeah, I'm gonna end stream because I have to make dinner and then catch Badu for tomorrow. A whole box Badu. Maybe 2. I probably need to grind some money too while I'm at it. Because I also had to wait to get to the Versus Seeker. Alright. Come on. Fiona, we could do this. It doesn't have to go on for this long. This is your choice. At the end of the day, you choose your destiny. And so far, you have chosen that your destiny is not shiny. 907 times. 907 lifetimes. Now 908. It doesn't have to be this way. But it continues. "909 times. It ran into my knife 909, 908 times. You know, that's how the Poiple hunt felt, actually. Like, why is that Poiple just dead on the ground? Well, it ran into my hands, just like this. It just put its head through my hands like that. While I was just doing that, you know, because it did. Just because it could. The auto counter went up because I was, and then it choked to death because it decided to do that. Sorry, officer. That's why. Poiple gun dot emoji. Oh, that is something. I need to ask Pip because Pip's the one who uploaded that emote. If he has a copy of that, because that could be one of the emotes here. Is shiny Poiple with a gun. But I also don't think the one he made is transparent. And I don't know if he can make it, and if he can't, we might need assistance. Alright. last Fiona egg. And we're gonna... Oh, I don't like stopping on an uneven number for soft resets. Alright, we're gonna speed run these last encounters with Darkrai. Right? That's... Yeah. Alright, so no Fiona this stream. Maybe I can try to draw one? I think the one we have is fine. It just needs a transparent background is all. Alright. So much for Fiona. Which... I'm honestly not shocked about. I'm gonna be honest. I'm disappointed, but not surprised. It's just... It just knows that these attention-splitting streams are difficult for me, and it's like, I'm gonna be a little bit more of a shit and not be shiny, so she still has to do these. Could do a oh, you could do the transparent in the background. Yeah, if you could do that, let me know. I think Pip just has the original file is all. Alright, 2 more on Darkrai. Boyple just trying to give you content. I mean, I still have to script that video. But that's on me. Although now I can add Shaman to the video. Oh, Fiona. Well, I'm not making... Unless something else... See, Fiona doesn't fit into the script for the video idea yet. No, not yet. At all. At all. I just have to script that video and then also learn how to edit. Easy, right? I mean content by stream. Oh, yeah. Well. I mean, it's not like I don't have other hunts that I want to do. Slash other games that I want to play. Because now, while I'm still just this not a little person, this little streamer. All right, we're at 280. While I'm still a nobody. No ad. We're about to end stream. While I'm still a little streamer, now is the time for variety because I'm not pigeonholed. I had an idea for Hisui and Zoroark and Scarlet Violet because it's the only way to get it in a standard Pokeball. Yeah, like that. Like if I wanted to get one in a different ball, then I would have to breed it in a Scarlet Violet. All right, well, I'm going to end stream here because I need to eat dinner and do some other stuff. But thank you all for coming out. I'm so glad that even though my whole schedule was delayed today because of my own self, that I still made it work and that people were still able to hang out. I appreciate that as always. Let's see, who could we read out to? Oh, let's go rate the Miss L. She is hosting Shiny Alpha Week next week, and right now she is doing Shiny Alpha Cleffa permutations, which looks like a lot of fun. So let's go rate her. Come on. Why are all my quick actions disabled? Why, I don't understand that. Why aren't my quick actions all disabled? Alright, they just want to make things so difficult for me. Alright. Thank you all for coming out today. I hope you have a good rest of the day, whatever time of day it is where you are. I don't know when I'm going to be live next. I never know. You can follow me on all my socials to stay updated on when I do go live. There, down there in the chat, right? It'll pop up. Yeah, there it is. That's where you can find me on all those socials over there. You also hit the follow button to also be notified and set those whatever notifications you like, emails, whatever. I don't know. I don't know your life, but I hope you have a good one. See you next time. Bye. Why is it not going?